Panhandle Public Health District officials say the Panhandle has recorded its 7th COVID-19 related death. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Scottsbluff County Health Department Director Paulette Schnell says that the latest COVID-19 related death was a Scottsbluff County male in his 80s who had underlying health conditions. Schnell says that she and her staff expressed their heartfelt sympathies in this passing and says we all must continue increased preventions to guard our most vulnerable populations. Also on Monday afternoon, Unified Command confirming 26 new COVID-19 cases as well as 26 new recoveries. The new cases include 7 in Butte County, 5 each in Scottsbluff, Morrill, and Dawes counties, and 2 each in Cheyenne and Sheridan counties. The new recoveries include 10 in Scottsbluff County, 8 in Dawes County, 3 in Sheridan County, 2 in Cheyenne County, and 1 recovery each in Butte, Morrill, and Sioux counties. Through Monday evening, the Panhandle has seen 756 total positive cases, 666 recoveries, and 7 deaths. That leaves 83 active cases, including 36 in Scottsbluff County, 16 in Butte County, 13 in Dawes County, 8 in Sheridan, 7 in Morrill County, 2 in Cheyenne County, and 1 in Garden County. Well, former Butte County Public Defender John Worthman is standing trial today and tomorrow after allegedly purchasing roughly 1 ounce of cocaine from a CI working for the Wing Drug Task Force back in January. Worthman is facing a Class 1D felony charge of possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. Court documents say that Worthman told investigators after his arrest that he thought he'd be purchasing at least 2 8-balls of cocaine, admitted to receiving cocaine in the past in exchange for legal services, and using the drug himself. Worthman was disbarred by the Nebraska Supreme Court back in June, and if he's found guilty by the Scottsbluff County District Court this week, he could be facing a mandatory minimum of 3 years in prison. And the chair of the legislature's Appropriation Committee says he's working closely with a group to identify what it would take to close a child care funding gap in Nebraska by 2030 and improve early childhood and workforce development in the state. During the 3rd annual Thriving Children, Families, and Communities virtual conference, Senator John Stinner of Gering discussed the new initiative aimed at involving more parents and business leaders in the conversation about child care needs. Stinner says it's clear that improving early childhood development and the workforce are closely tied together.
You know, a lot of people have asked me, John, you're a Republican, what are you doing in early childhood? I can only answer that I've been a lifelong business person. And as a business person, I also believe in capitalism. And if you believe in capitalism, you believe in quality education. That provides you the workforce that really propels your business, and it's absolutely essential for the success of the business community.
Stinner says there will also be a survey looking at the impact of the virus pandemic, including situations where parents and/or their children are working or learning from home. He says communities that are able to meet childhood care and development challenges will be those in the future that are highly successful in attracting and retaining a quality workforce. Well, coming up after the break, we're entering the last week of summer. The lawyer will tell you if any warm temperatures are here to stay or if cooler temperatures are on the horizon. Let's get your Tuesday evening forecast right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
New season and new fashion is in at Compliments for you and your home. Check out what's new from Tribal and Charlie B. From light layers for warm days and cool nights to reversibles that are a must-have for the season. Compliments has the style for you. With great looks come great deals. Compliments always has weekly deals to bring more style into your life. Get ahead of the trends and get the new shapes, shades, and colors this season at Compliments for You and Your Home, 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
We're dealing with clear skies tonight, except for some haze. Going to see some smoky haze throughout the next couple of days. Otherwise, temps fall down into the 50s and probably some upper 40s overnight. Areas of smoke and haze will be around. That's about it. It's not going to be as hot tomorrow. We had, I think, our hottest day of the next week and maybe for the season today. Maybe we've turned a corner. It is going to be warm, though, and dry for the next 7 days with no big storm systems or really any changes coming. We hit 94 yesterday, missed a record by just 1 degree. Notice that's 15 degrees above normal for a high. But our low temperature has been at or close to or even a little below normal. So we're cooling off at night. We're just getting plenty warm here across the region during the day. About where we should be for the month, still 5 1/3 inches short for the year. Temperatures 70s. In 80s in the high country, primarily 80s in Nebraska. Our area, we're into the low 90s though still. In here in the region, you can see upper 80s and low 90s cover all the area. Valentine at 92 and right here in Scottsbluff at 92. Our warmest temps. Winds are light, under 10 miles an hour primarily. Futurecast is all quiet tonight. Nothing going on other than some smoke and haze. You'll start to see it move more in from the north and west. Areas in the northern portions of the region going to be experiencing more of that smoke, but it'll probably funnel its way across here tomorrow. Lows tonight, upper 40s, primarily low 50s out there. And then for tomorrow, other than some smoke and haze, that is about it. We've got abundant sunshine coming. It's going to be another warm day tomorrow, not as hot as today. We'll probably shave about 10 degrees off of where we ended today, and really nothing happening with clear skies, calm winds, and really a pretty good looking day tomorrow. Again, a little cooler though. Temperatures in the 80s primarily for tomorrow here across the region, and certainly nothing coming in the next 36 hours in terms of precip. Clear, quiet, maybe a little smoke or haze. That's about it. 50 tonight for a low. Tomorrow we'll be dealing with some of that smoke and haze. Not as hot. 84 your expected high. And our 7-day forecast continues pretty pleasant weather conditions. No big changes out there. Highs upper 80s to near 90 from Thursday through Sunday, cooling off a little bit on Monday and right back into the mid and upper 80s for Tuesday. So pretty much 80s to low 90s out there for the next 7 days. Dry conditions and comfortable nights. It's really going to be a pretty good 7-day forecast if you like boring, dry weather.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
Renewal by Anderson Windows and Patio Doors. Invest in your home.
The number one investment I like to invest in is my home. For less than your cable bill and your cell phone bill, you can have all new windows in your house. Now, I've never got a return from my cable bill, and I've never got a return from my cell phone bill. But when you invest in your home and windows, you're going to get that return.
Now more than ever, there is no place like home. Invest in it. Renewal by Anderson Windows and Patio Doors.
At TC & More in Scottsbluff, we have toys and puzzles for your children, or they make a great gift. TC & More has craft activities, pretend play toys, and dozens of puzzles and games for all ages. We also have the largest supply of Melissa and Doug toys. And we still carry all of your classroom essentials. Remember to like TC & More on Facebook. TC & More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. Governor Pete Ricketts proclaimed military caregivers as hidden heroes during a ceremony at the state capitol yesterday. The governor and Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs Director John Hilgert also announced that Nebraska has taken steps to become a hidden hero state, joining the Elizabeth Dole Foundation's initiative to identify military caregivers and support the work they do.
So we need to recognize these heroes in our society because this is a lot of work and it can take a lot of time. And those folks can then start feeling isolated where they are. And then that can lead to depression and deterioration of their health. So it's important that we recognize these hidden heroes here in Nebraska. Now in Nebraska, our goal is to be the most veteran and military-friendly state in the country.
The Hidden Heroes program is part of the Elizabeth Dole Foundation's Hidden Heroes campaign, which was launched in 2016 by former Senator Elizabeth Dole, campaign chair Tom Hanks, and nearly 200 military caregivers representing virtually every state in the union. Well, a couple nabbed with a large amount of methamphetamine following a 2019 traffic stop in Banner County have been sentenced to federal prison. On Monday, United States Attorney Joe Kelly announced that 44-year-old Justin Zambrowski of Scottsbluff and 24-year-old Rachel Wasserberger were sentenced on convictions of possession with intent to distribute 50 grams or more of a mixture of methamphetamine. Zambrowski was sentenced to 60 months in prison, and Wasserberger was sentenced to 65 months in prison. 18 months ago, Nebraska State Patrol troopers were dispatched to County Road 14 in Banner County after receiving a call about two people sleeping in a car. The parties were identified as Zambrowski and Wasserberger, and troopers received permission to search the vehicle and found 75 grams of methamphetamine. And the 41-year-old Gering man who fired a handgun near a Gering residence and threatened to harm coworkers back in December has been sentenced to 4 years of probation. Matthew Arnold pleaded guilty to charges including terroristic threats, attempted use of a firearm to commit a felony, and attempted unlawful discharge of a firearm, and was sentenced last Wednesday in Scottsbluff County District Court. The charges stem from an incident the morning of December 13, 2019, that involved shots fired into the air from a pickup truck after a verbal altercation. That led to a day-long manhunt for the defendant and lockouts at area schools and a number of businesses. Well, still to come, Shabella Guzman's Ag News, and then your community calendar. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
The Legacy of the Plains Museum is holding its 24th annual Harvest Festival on Saturday and Sunday, with events beginning at 9 on both days. This year's highlighted crop is corn, and the festival will feature many pieces of harvesting equipment. Dick Cookshausen, co-chair of the event, tells us about some of the antique equipment people will see in demonstrations.
That particular unit right down there, that is a John Deere corn binder. That's probably from 1919 to about 1923, somewhere like that. And we restored that a few years ago. Then behind it is a later model. This is probably 40s model corn chopper on a 60 John Deere. And my brother was just running that's an old Dearborn Wood Brothers corn picker, one of the first pull-type corn pickers behind a tractor. That's about 1931, I would suppose, in a wagon.
The festival is a family-friendly event with free wagon rides, horse tractor equipment parade, pedal cars, barrel trains, farm animals, and live music. Cookshausen adds the potatoes will also be ready for picking.
One of our big draws here is we will dig potatoes, and then people will be able to come out and pick up their pick potatoes. Of course, they're not free, but you can't hardly get them any fresher. I mean, we dig them and you pick them up. So
admission is $5 per person, and children 12 and under get in free. The exhibit hall will be open and is free. Food will be available, and new this year in the afternoons will be the Snowy Bus. Also at the event will be the Gearing Kiwanis with pumpkins from the Pumpkin Patch. The Kiwanis Club is asking for $5 or more donations for the pumpkins. Proceeds will go to support youth and community activities.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
And finally tonight, another successful fundraiser is in the books for the United Way of Western Nebraska, with a top prize from this year's duck draw presented yesterday at Team Auto Center. Rural Radio Promotions Director Kendra Feather was the winner of the 2020 Toyota RAV4 donated by Team. The second place winner was George Kaufman Jr., who won the Honda Pioneer 500 side-by-side donated by Sandberg Honda. During the media conference, United Way Special Events Coordinator Jill Allen said 8,095 ducks were sold this year, which was nearly 1,800 more ducks sold compared to last year.
And we're excited to say it was actually a fantastic year. So first and foremost, we want to thank our community that supports us all the time and finds a way to help United Way, which also helps so many agencies in our community. We want to thank our volunteers that give so much effort and time to make things happen for us. And we want to thank our sponsors that do so much and support United Way year after year.
Proceeds go to help 16 local nonprofits in the region. A full list of all 31 prize winners from the duck draw can be found on the story at kneb.com. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.